The 836th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a $25 deposit bonus.
Hello, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 836 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to El Cajun, the Cajun, one of our friends in the YouTube comments, who loves our show, but he's the one that wants us to pick every fight. Well, you're in luck. We're picking every fight for the UFC. Today's the second half of our UFC Vegas 107, aka UFC Fight Night, Blanchfield versus Barber episode. I am Supremo Simplicio, Jeff Fox. Kind of getting tired of the nickname. It might be time to stumble across another one. We'll wait and see. Well, man, who's not tired of
some good regional events coming up.
Yep. Always good nicknames on those. That would be Daniel Gumby Vreeland. He's had that nickname for as long as I've known you, I think, right? So like 15 years almost.
Yeah, I think that's about its age. Its age is about 16 years.
You know, everything, all the good things in your life happened right around when you met me, Gumby. Didn't you meet your wife right around when you met me as well?
I've known you a few years longer than her.
See what I bring. I bring the goodness to Gumby's life. He has to put up with me. That's why he's still sticking around after all these years. We're headed towards episode 1,000 soon enough, less than a year. All right, Gumby doesn't like this fight card. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the spark notes of the first 5 minutes of the last episode.
Yes, exactly. No, we'll talk about it. This actually, as I mentioned yesterday, we got a legit main event, a legit co-main event for an Apex fight card. Third fight from the top was going to be better, and then things got shuffled around, right?
Yeah, well, there used to be two fights, right? So for those of you who don't know, Ramiz Brahimaj will be fighting Billy Goff. Billy Goff was originally supposed to fight Ko, right? The South Korean guy off the Contender Series. And Ramiz Brahimaj was going to fight Oban Elliott in a fight between a couple of brutally grinding grapplers that would probably be – that one would have been boring, right? That would have been bad. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe it would have been fine. But whatever. And neither Elliott nor Ko could get visas, so they will now fight each other in Azerbaijan in a couple weeks.
There you go. Because you don't need visas to go to Azerbaijan?
I don't know anything about it.
I've never tried to go there before myself.
Do you know what the capital of Azerbaijan is?
Yeah, because that's where they're fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't remember what it's called. Bakun or what's it called?
Baku. Yeah, Baku.
Yay, close. Do you know what the capital of Canada is, though, Gumby?
Ottawa?
Yes, very good. You're amazing. You're amazing. You know, Americans love Canadians still. All right, Blanchfield versus Barber, as I said. It's a flyweight bout. It's actually a one with fighters with numbers beside their names. Co-main event, Gamrot's got a number beside his name. I guess Klein doesn't at this point. Vieira, Chiasson, that's a ranked fight as well. So it's not the worst fight card. I'm talking Gumby into this fight card. So yesterday we did the prelims, 6 fights. Looks like Reese Todorovic is kind of a swing fight now, but we included on the prelims. It depends. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
If you really came here for a Reese Todorovic breakdown, first of all, I'm going to ask you to seek help. And then second of all, it's on last episode.
Can we get a BetterHelp sponsorship here for you sickos? So that's what we need. All right, we're going to get you some plays. After I remind you, the SGPN guards, aka our bosses, are going to be ripping packs live on the air next Monday night. They'll be breaking a case of Panini Prisms with DAPS. You can get 10% off your favorite team with promo code SGPN. How many of those words would our mothers understand, Gumby?
I don't know. My older brother's really into trading cards and stuff like that and sports cards. So my mom probably knows a lot of those.
Does he like to rip packs and break cases with DAPS?
I don't know about with depth, but the rest of it, he does. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So remember, promo code SGPN. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break to get in on the action. All right. Let's get on the action at the UFC Apex. Hooray, UFC Apex. Who needs a roaring crowd, right? When you can hear coaches screaming. Saturday, 6 p.m. is the prelim, so I assume this would be 9 for the main card.
Sounds right.
Sounds right to Gumby. Sounds right to you. We're not going to do the time zone thing. That was a couple episodes ago. I'm sure you people enjoyed it. We're starting off with a women's bantamweight bout. Yes, they have a couple women, 2 female bouts on the main card. Ketlen Vieira from Brazil, Macy Chiasson from the United States of America with the French last name, though. And we got some close odds for this one. We'll talk about Vieira first. Phenomeno is 14-4, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions. She's been knocked out once. She's durable, 8-4 in the UFC, which is a sneaky good record, really. I know it's bantamweight and all, but and featherweight for a while there for her. Was it not? Maybe not. No, I think she was only bantamweight. Interesting. Loss over her last 3, 3-2 over her last 5. She has missed weight before. Maybe she should have been a featherweight. Regional champ, 2014 Pro MMA debut. Better grappling stats than Chiasson. She's been outstruck in the UFC by 0.98 strikes per minute, -102. Macy Chiasson is 10-3, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions. She's been knocked out once, submitted once, 8-3 in the UFC. She's won 2 straight and 5 of 7. Past 2 wins have come via finish. Has not lost since September 2022. Used to fight at 145. Missed weight before at 145. 2-0 in the Ultimate Fighter and the champion. 1-0 in Invicta. 3 inches height, 4 inches of reach over Vieira. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes than Vieira. She's outstruck her opponents by 0.98 strikes per minute. She's at -115. I tend to kick off the main cards. Give me Chiasson. I love the number we're getting for her as well. The issue with her is she just doesn't fight enough. Hopefully she can get some fights piled up here. Huge size advantage as she usually has over people. She knows how to use her size more often than not. Going to be a way better striker than Vieira as well. And obviously, she's speaking of loud coaches. We're gonna hear her coach. She is well coached as well. So give me Macy Chiasson at a pretty good number.
I'm gonna take Ketlen Vieira.
I'm surprised by that.
Me too. This is going to be one of those fights where I'm going to take a fighter and I'm going to root against her the whole time I'm watching it. Because let me be frank. I love Save Saud. I really like Macy Chiasson. She been on my show a couple of times. We talked about beignets and po' boys.
There you go. There's your old
my southern ground. My southern roots coming up. So I'm a fan of her, even beside that. Like I'm a fan of her style. I really like this recent resurgence she's on, but here's my problem with the recent resurgence she's on. It's like she's leaned more heavily into her wrestling and grappling, and I just don't know that plays against Ketlen Vieira. Because Ketlen Vieira, she stuffed Raquel Pennington, and she forces you to box with her unless she wants to go to the ground on her terms, and she's really physically strong. You mentioned the length and the reach and the height of Chiasson, which is great, but Ketlen Vieira is more compact and she's way more physically strong. So Macy Chiasson is built like somebody who would outbox Ketlen Vieira, and that's just not been her MO lately. I could see her going to the grappling and kind of failing, and then Ketlen Vieira hits pretty damn hard too for her size. So I'm gonna go with Ketlen Vieira. And again, if you're out there and you're betting against my play here, I'm gonna be rooting with you. I hope she wins, for my sake. But I'm for my pick, I'm gonna take Vieira.
So you're not betting this in real life, is what I'm guessing here, right?
I don't know. Once in a while, I'll pick somebody and then I'll root against them, and then I'm happy both ways at the end of the day. I either got money or who I wanted to win. You just keep it small. That's all.
It's strictly business with Gumby. See, that just proves he bets with his head, not with his heart. So, or gives you plays with his head, not with his heart. So, that is good to know. That's what you want from your handicapper. All right, let's go to 205 pound belt. That would be light heavyweight. Last time I checked, Dustin Jacoby, United States of America, another former top turtle. Maybe multiple times on your show, or just
a billion times.
Zillion times. See, I knew I heard it more than once. Bruno Lopes from Brazil. Lopes is Bruno, so big Bruno. 14-1, 6 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out once. 1-0 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight. 1-1 in the Contender Series. An LFA champ, a regional champ. Oh, who beat him on Contender Series? Gumby, do you remember?
Was he the one who got knocked out by Brenson Vieira?
Yep. Didn't age so well, did it?
No, that's great.
LFA champ. That looks better on your resume than that. LFA champ, regional champ. He's fed at 170, 185. 2013 Pro MMA debut. 5 years younger than Jacoby. Better grappling stats than Jacoby. He's been outstruck by 0.11 strikes per minute. That's all because of that Hibiero guy. Plus 154. The Hanyak is 29-1. 20-9-1. 13 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 8-6-1 in the UFC over 2 stints. 1-2 over his last 3. 2-4 over his last 6. He did win via knockout his last fight. He went 1-0 in Contender Series. Used to fight at heavyweight. 0-2 in Bellator. 0-1 in Contender Series. Not Contender Series. World Series of Fighting. 10-8 in pro kickboxing. 1-0 in pro boxing. An inch height, 2 inches reach over Lopes. More active landing strikes. He has outstruck his opponents by 1.28 strikes per minute. He's at minus 180.
My turn.
Yep.
I'm going with the Hanyak. I'm going to go Dustin Jacoby. My big piece of this one is, I mean, he's craftier, right? Like that's who's going to win this fight, right? Like we're in light heavyweight, that weight class where they just like to swing him and bang him and throw nonstop haymakers. And like we've seen that go badly for both of these guys, right? But the thing is that like Dustin Jacoby is way more calculated in what he throws and what he stays away from too, right? Like this is a guy who circles well. He's smart. He's not overextending himself all the time. And you could say the opposite about Brenton Hibiero. Like this is a guy, or not Brenton Hibiero. That's the guy who beat Lopes.
Yeah.
No, but you could say the opposite about Lopes is like he throws big. It's got him caught in the past. He probably will try to grapple Jacoby, but like we've seen Jacoby do really well in his takedown defense, right? Like that Kudalaba fight sticks out to me and the way he's able to come back. And he also has got pretty damn good cardio, which I want to tip my hat to him on that one. Like for a 205er, like there's not a lot of 205ers who do better late in a fight than Dustin Jacoby. So I'll take Jacoby on this one.
I'm not taking Jacoby. What do you think of that?
Wow.
Had to think about it for a while. I think Lopes can beat him in the clinch because that's what Lopes does. He makes fights boring up against the cage. Jacoby's not the greatest in the clinch against the cage.
I
don't even think he needs to take him down to win the fight.
Here's my question about that.
Yes.
Can he do that for 15 minutes?
We'll find out.
Yeah. My argument is I think he can do that for a while, but like when they start breaking him up in the middle of the second round because he hasn't done shit with it yet, does then just Jacoby start lighting him up like a Christmas tree? Because that's kind of how I see it happen.
Yep.
But you know what? This might be a good time to plug sloppy fatty overs.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like
Jacoby's not fat though.
Jacoby's not fat, but Lopes is a little bit, right?
Some loose skin, right? As we used to say.
Yeah. Loose chunky.
Loose chunky, right. Yeah. So this is one of the dogs I am in on, but I think once I write a guy off, I stick to it too long. I wrote Jacoby off.
He got knocked out by Dominic Reyes, and now you don't like him anymore.
Yeah, and then he ended up winning. I had Reyes written off too. That one I had to grudgingly accept it. Actually, maybe he's not done yet. But give me Lopes here. Obviously, I'm not. It's an underdog, so I'm not super sold on it. But I think he's worthy of a play here. So there you go. All right, let me tell you about Edge Boost. It's definitely worthy of you checking it out. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, earn cashback rewards, and 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and deposit $25, and Edge Boost will match the deposit. At edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And it's time for Gumby's Underdog Pick'em Play, bonus play. Underdog is going long for the NBA playoffs with their extender bonus, hopping game one, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. All right, Gumby, let her rip.
So we're coming at you from Thursday. I'm going to take the higher than on Mackenzie Gore's strikeouts. He's playing the Mariners. Mariners tend to strike out a little bit. And also, would you believe it if I told you Mackenzie Gore had 93 strikeouts this year in only 62 1/3 innings?
No, I wouldn't believe you.
This guy is mowing people down this year. So, good spot for him. And he's white hot. So give me the higher than on Mackenzie Gore strikeouts.
That's like a strikeout and a half an inning. That's madness.
Yeah.
All right, so take our code MMASGPN to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code MMASGPN. And check out our YouTube channel. I should have a Underdog Fantasy video up shortly, if it's not up already, for the old UFC this coming weekend. All right, no Mackenzie Gore picks for me. Sorry. We are off to the third from the top.
Let me give a quick shout out to the people who really care about graphics on this show. So unfortunately for this next fight, there won't be a nice, cute graphic for it.
Everyone's clicking off now.
The fine people at MMA Next, which is where we get our graphics from, had not done one up yet for this fight when we went to record. So you can see the names of the fighters at the bottom, like it's a regional show.
Ramiz Brahimaj versus Billy Ray Goff, aka Billy Goff, I think is what he goes by now. Gumby says I think he dropped the Ray. Anyhow, they are fighting at 170. These are two guys who had two different dance partners. Dance partners stepped out, so these guys are stepping in to fight each other. So short notice for both of them against each other. So it cancels each other out. Brahimaj, 11-5, 1 knockout, 10 submissions. He finishes everyone. He has been knocked out once. 3-3 in the UFC. We got a pattern. We don't have as many patterns as we used to. Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. 10 straight fights. He has flipped losses with wins. So this goes before his UFC career. Also crazy. Won his last fight via knockout. So you know what to do now for the next fight, people. 2014 Pro MMA debut. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 1.78 strikes per minute. He's at plus 275. Goff, 23. What am I saying? 9-3 with 7 knockouts. He's been knocked out once. 1-1 in the UFC. 7-1 over his last 8, but he did lose his last bout. 1-0 Contender Series. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirt, get our merch, get our gear. sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. DeGens is your code. 2-0 in Bellator, RIP. I think I forgot to say that the other day, but RIP Bellator. Used to fight at 185. 6 years younger than Brahimaj. Better striking stats. 3 times, almost 4 times more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.85 strikes per minute. Minus 330. Obviously, Goff is the pick here. He's going to light him up on the feet. That's all I got to say. Supremo Simplicio.
Man, this was... I'm kind of bummed out because I kind of wanted to pick... I kind of wanted to pick Ramiz because I like him a lot.
Yeah,
but man, his losses have not aged well, or wins have not aged well at all, right? It's like Michael Galmore, Mickey Gall. Who's the other one he beat? I had it written down. Oh, Sasha Palatnikov.
Yeah, a bunch of who's that type of people.
Yeah, it's not a good list. And like all of the losses have just basically come from guys who can stuff his takedowns and make him box, right? Like Max Griffin did that to him. Court McGee did that. Well, Court McGee, I guess, out-wrestled him. Themba Greenbow actually out-wrestled him a little bit. And Goff has got some sub skills and some, he's clearly got the power in his hands. He's, tag him and bag him kind of guy. I could see him stuffing enough takedowns, forcing him to box, hurting him, getting him to shoot a desperation takedown. Goff can finish you in a number of ways. So yeah, I like Billy Ray Goff here too. It kind of sucks though, because I'm going against a couple of safe side dudes, and I feel really bad about it.
Don't feel bad, Gumby. Your one and only mission here is to get the people winning picks. So no loyalty in this game. All right, we're going to the co-main event of the evening. Mateusz Gamrot from Poland, Ľudovít Klein from Slovak Republic is where he is from. 3 5-minute rounds, 155. Tell you about Mr. Highlight first, Ľudovít Klein. Took him a few fights in the UFC to make that nickname come true, but he's been lighting it up ever since. Mr. Highlight is 23-4-1, 9 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted twice. He has his he has no less rounds. That's fine. 7-2-1 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight though, and gone 6-0-1 over his last 7. He's not lost since October 2021, and he's been active. He used to fight at 145, missed weight before at 145, but he's at 155 now. Everything's good. 2014 Pro MMA debut, 2 inches of reach over Gamrot, 5 years younger, better striking stats, more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.59 strikes per minute. He's at plus 140. Gamrot, 24-3 with 1 no contest. 8 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's never been finished in the UFC. 7-3 never been finished in his career. I meant 7-3 in the UFC. He's won 3 of 4 and 7 of 9. He did lose his last bout though. He has multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our merch, get our gear at sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. DeGens. Try that code. 20% off. 2012 Pro MMA debut. He's also got multi-time grappling champion. 3-inch height over Klein. He's outstruck his opponents, but just barely. He's at plus 0.01, minus 163.
Me first on this one?
Yep.
This is one of the hardest fights I had to call on the whole card.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Pick the right one. Come on.
I'm going to go Gamrot.
No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, okay. I kind of thought you were going to go Klein, and I was really close to going Klein. But here's the deal breaker for me. How has Klein won his last 4 fights, right? Like, he's looked really good in those 4 fights, let the hands go, but also, like, made his opponents scared of takedowns and hit, 2 or 3 takedowns per fight.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that here.
No.
He's not the better wrestler in this fight. And so, yes, you could take down Roosevelt Roberts, which, good for you, man. Glad that that's how you pulled that one out. But, I think that comes full circle here in this one, right? I think that becomes a problem when you face Mateusz Gamrot. So I think I think the work rate's just better. I think the takedowns are going to come. I think maybe people are writing him off after the Dan Hooker fight, but Dan Hooker's good.
Yep.
Do I put Ľudovít Klein in the Dan Hooker category? Probably not yet, right? But I was close to picking Klein for those who were wondering. And this is crazy. We're on a main card and you've already hit 200, gone for 200 dogs, and I've gone for 0. So
these things happen sometimes in MMA.
Yeah,
Rarely, but they happen.
But I'll take Gamrot here.
Yeah, I'll take Klein. Better striker, dangerous striker. Not a better. He's a very good grappler. Obviously, he's not. He's more of a scrambler than a straight grappler like Gamrot is. But hopefully, the scrambling can keep him safe and he can get the work done on the feet. So I think he is worth a dog play here. So there you go. But as Gumby said, it's a close fight and a worthy co-main event for sure here. All right, before we get to our worthy main event, let me tell you about Rhythm. CT Rhythm is your home for AI back picks and props. Dominate the NBA playoffs, PGA, MLB, and just launched the WNBA. Rhythm knows you love it. That's why they include a 7-day free trial. Here's something. What play are we going to tell people? Oh, Dante DiVincenzo, of course. Check out his projections over at Rhythm. And Rhythm also has some amazing deals going down now. 25% off a monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and 50% off an annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's RITHMM, promo codes SGPN25 or SGPN50. And you can start off by getting a 7-day free trial today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Here's another thing you should get in on today. The Circa's Ultimate Fantasy Football Giveaway. Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league to draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs for their stay. The winner will receive a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino for their entire 12-person league, which includes 6 Double King rooms. They get to hold the draft at a cabana at Stadium Swim with a $5,000 food and beverage credit, limo transportation to and from the airport, a welcome party at Legacy Club for the league, a reservation at the world's largest sports book with $500 beverage credit for the league, a 2-hour open bar package for the league at Overhang Bar. Contest is on now. It ends the end of June. You can check it all out at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. And we're brought to you by bookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the NBA playoffs. For the true degens, the MyBookie money bag. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out all our UFC plays. Tail us over there at mybookie.ag. And when you do head to mybookie.ag, use our promo code MMASGPN. That way you get 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. See if we differ on the main event or not. I know Gumby is secretly actually you begrudgingly admitted Macy Barber was good. I think last time we saw her, but that was a while.
Yeah, I think I picked her.
Yep, you did. Main event. Erin Blanchfield.
Has she officially gotten past the age where she can be the youngest champ now?
I think so. Oh, you'd have to think so, right?
I think so, but like she talked about that a lot, and I would really appreciate if she could not mention it ever again.
She is 27, so definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. She probably wouldn't even be the youngest women's champ anymore, right? Wasn't Rose younger?
Rose, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You
or
think so.
Nico Montano.
Oh God, poor Nico. Poor Nico. Yeah, things didn't really work out so great for her. All right. Erin Blanchfield, Macy Barber, 5-minute rounds, 125. Both Americans. Let's break it down by telling you about a Barber first. She's the future Barber. She's 14-2, 6 knockouts, 2 submissions. The return of the future Barber is actually what this is. Never been finished in any fight. Durable. 9-2 in the UFC. She's won 6 straight. Before that, she lost 2 straight. She's not fought since March 2024. She's not lost since February 2021. 1-0 contender series. She's fed at 115, an inch taller than Blanchfield. Has a positive strike differential of 1.8 strikes per minute plus 200. Cold-blooded Erin Blanchfield, 13-2, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions, never been finished in a fight, 7-1 in the UFC, 9-1 over her last 10. She did win her last bout. 4-1 in Invicta, a BJJ champ, an inch of reach over Barber, more active landing strikes, better grappling stats as well, not surprisingly. She outstruck her opponents by 1.03 strikes per minute, minus 225. And it'd be you.
Oh, it's me? Obviously, yep. Blanchfield.
Obviously, though, we were saying off air. It's not obvious.
I don't necessarily love the line on her here. Yeah, like I think this might be closer, but like, we were also talking off air about like, okay, so what does Macy Barber do good? What's good about Macy Barber? Because I begrudgingly admitted she was good last time.
She's a dog, Gumby. She's a dog.
She's a dog. She gets into the clinch and she beats people up from there and she bullies them physically because she's really strong. Yep. She's not going to bully Erin Blanchfield. Like, to hell, you're going to bully Erin Blanchfield, right? Like, she works so well in the clinch. She's beat up people who are way stronger in the clinch. She's gotten the takedowns there. I think that leads well to her. And then the other thing too is like, what has Erin Blanchfield ever had like quote unquote trouble with, right? Because she hasn't had tons of trouble in her career. And it's like Manon Fiorot, right? Manon Fiorot is the type of person who gives her trouble. She's long, she's rangy, she strikes from distance. And like, it's kind of crazy in this one, but she's actually got the longer reach in this fight than Barber. Like, people forget that like Barber has kind of got short arms when it comes to striking. So the thing that gave her trouble before is not a non-factor here. And the thing that Barber does well is seemingly a non-factor here. So like, it feels like it's really hard to draw, especially a 5-round path to victory here for Maycee Barber, right? Because she ain't subbing her. She ain't TKOing her. Like, she's going to outpoint her for 25 minutes. Man, I mean, that's a wild path to victory if that's the one you want to draw.
Yeah. If she just was a little bit more like Manon Fiorot, it'd be possible that we could pick her here, but she's pretty sloppy in the feet.
And she's not powerful. I mean, like she's got some power, but like
it's more like
it's not like
take you
it's
down
not like Natalia Silva or
no.
power or something like that. Somebody who's gonna hurt you.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna be really annoying for a while. And not just on the microphone.
this could be a pretty gross fight because they're both pretty yucky strikers. Yucky striker. It could get it could be a grind, but yeah, I'm picking Blanchfield as well. Like I said, if Barber was a little sharper on the feet and less sloppy, then she may be worthy of a pick, but then she may not be plus 200 if that was the case as well. So, all right, recap, and then we got you Simona's place. Don't you go away yet. Not bonus plays, or fancy plays. We both have Blanchfield. He has Gamrot. I have Klein. We both have Goff. He has Jacoby. I have Lopes. He has Vieira. We have Chiasson. No, hardly any consensus this episode. All right, lightning round. Not lightning round. Why do I always want to say that, Gumby? It is the Locks, Dogs, Props.
Lightning round's the other show.
Yeah, Locks, Dogs, Props, and fancy. Either a round robin or a parlay. Whose turn?
So
Do you remember whose turn?
You're first. Do you want me to give you your lock that I already know
Tell
about?
everyone my lock.
Yeah, so Jeff's lock this week will be Andreas Gustafsson.
Correct.
Negative 150.
Yeah, that's because we talked about how good a line it was. So yesterday. So yes.
I can pretty much bank on anytime you say, "Oh, that's a really good line." I'm like, "Oh, that's
pick it. Why not?" Right?
Lock of the week. So my lock of the week.
You like it too, though, right?
My lock of the week is also Gustafsson.
Oh, you do like it.
I knew you were gonna pick it, but I still couldn't get away from it. So yeah, give me that money line.
My dogs aren't too hard to pick.
I bet you it's Macy Chiasson.
No, I didn't pick her. Oh, Macy, she's not a dog, sadly. She's minus 115. So
Macy Chiasson's the favorite now?
Yeah, Vieira's minus 102. So yeah.
I totally missed that when you were running it down. So that means you only have one dog. You're taking Ľudovít.
No, I have two dogs. I have Klein and I have Lopes, but I'll take Klein as my as my dog here. So
what's his number at?
Plus 140.
Okay.
All right. Who do you got? You got plenty to choose from.
Well, I'm going to take Kurt Halabaugh.
Okay.
I like Kurt Halabaugh's pressure, and as long as he keeps this off the ground, he should win. That's plus 163 from yesterday.
Yep. All right. All right. For my props, it's harder for you to predict, right?
Yeah, I mean,
unless I asked for
because you asked for Reese's KO prop, which I quoted at negative 125, and you seem to have talked yourself out of that.
Yeah.
So.
Look, really, with the knockout prop, I want plus money. So, I'm taking a plus money knockout prop. Billy Goff via knockout or TKO plus 135. What do you think of that?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I'll tell you why momentarily.
All right.
But I'm going to take Dustin Jacoby's knockout prop.
Yep.
I know he point fights regularly, but I think we're going to see a tired Bruno Lopes. So I'm going to take his KO prop at plus 170.
You're taking Goff inside the distance is why. So that's why.
Nope.
No. Okay. Submission. All right. Plus what? Sorry.
170. All right. On the Dustin Jacoby KO.
Yep. All right. Gustafsson are our locks. Halabaugh, Klein, dogs. Jacoby knockout. Goff knockout are the props. All right. Are we doing a round robin, Hungry Man Jong Superfan round robin, or a parlay?
I'm going to do just a parlay, but then I'm going to tease you and say that you could even throw one more piece in there if you want. So it's like almost around something in between.
Whatever's in between a round robin and a parlay. So
I'm feeling the submission heavy on this card. I think this is a great card for subs. And the first one I really like is Billy Goff by submission. I think you're going to see Ramiz Brahimaj get stunned and shoot like a really dumb takedown or desperation takedown. And Billy Goff is really good at finishing those. So like I like Billy Goff's subline. You can get it at plus 800 right now. Which I think is
because he has 0.0 submissions. That's why.
Yeah, but he's got the submission skills though. Yeah. I think, I know he hasn't finished any there, but remember the tag and bag option is possible. I can see him jumping a Gilly here. Give me his first submission. I don't care. And then I'm going to pair it with Erin Blanchfield subline. I know that we said that fight is a little bit closer than what we wanted. But Erin Blanchfield, can wear down people. She clearly has the sub skills. I could see her getting to Macy Chiasson to a point where she'll quit. That one's plus 415. So if you pair those two together, you're going to get 45-1. Now, if you don't like the Billy Goff one, because you don't believe me that dude's got sub skills deep down inside, you can flip that up with the Mateusz Gamrot sub, or throw that one in. Because I know Jeff here is taking Klein here.
Yep.
Gamrot's got nasty sub skills, and we've seen Klein shooting takedowns to scare people before. That means he might even engage in it, and I don't think he's going to get the better end of that. So Gamrot's subline is plus 700, which I think is pretty crazy too. So if you throw that in there, you can get 370-1. All three of the last three fights ending by sub would be pretty fun. But I'm feeling a big sub round. So give me Goff's first submission at a big number, and give me Barber.
Nope. Don't. Oh, see, it slipped out.
Not Barber.
Give you Barber. See?
Anything with that. Anything with that.
Give me Barber as our title too now. Boom.
Give me Barber dead in the middle of the cage.
Oh, that's so mean. Poor young girl. You want her dead? I guess she's not young anymore. Sorry,
not even really that young.
You're 27-year-old now. All right. You're all set. If you want to bug Gumby about his love of Macy Barber, secret love, you can get in the Discord and bug him there. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. We are, of course, on YouTube, MMA Gambling Podcast. Hit us up in the comments. Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer. Same as on Instagram for me, Jeff Fox Writer. Now that we told you who's going to win and how, enter my free UFC Pick'em contest at moneymma.substack.com. Gumby's got another podcast that we've mentioned, Top Turtle MMA, where he has interesting people from the MMA world on it. Who is on it this week?
The aforementioned Billy Goff going for his first submission there. And also Markel Medeiros.
There you go. Check it all out. Top Turtle MMA. sportsgamblingpodcast.com is where we are. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Try Degens for your checkout code for 20% off. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon for bonus content. And of course, underdogfantasy.com and what's the other thing? MyBookie, of course, .ag, mybookie.ag. MMA SGPN is your code for sign up. All right, Gummy's going to bid you farewell.
All right, I'm Jacoby Vreeland. He's Jeff the Future Barber Fox, and we will see you on Sunday.